Customer came in this morning, had us come and pick up his Jeep because he smacked the deer.
Well, looks like a pretty good deer hit. We just picked up a 4-door Sport Wrangler Unlimited. We'll get this thing back to the shop, get it torn down, and we'll get it fixed. Got us a pretty good job. Okay, so we've got this Jeep inside the shop. We're gonna take a look. We're gonna take a look at all the damages. It looks like that deer basically went right in the front end of this thing. We got a lot of damage over here. The bulk of it is in the front. But if you take a look over here, see all the stuff on the ground? That is road salt and slush. So we're gonna get our detailer, Joe, to pre-wash this before we do any sort of assessment or any estimate. This is Joe. Joe moved here from Guam.
My dad's in the military, and I'm currently here for college.
Joe's gonna get this taken over to the wash bay, get it all washed up for us, and then we will get it torn apart and do an estimate.
Joe's gonna get ready to wash the Eep.
Dude, it says Eep. Soap it up, Joe. Make her shiny.
Now for a walk around of my amazing artwork.
It's all shiny and clean. Beautiful.
Nothing like a clean Eep. See you guys. We'll stay right there just to leave it out a little bit so I got room. Bye-bye. All right, we're gonna tear this thing down and we're gonna make it look pretty.
So dinner's kicking butt on this thing.
Hey guys.
He's getting it apart, and look at how much damage we got. I mean, this thing just destroyed this Eep. Whatever. Got a broken intake. I mean, the radiator condenser, everything's just smashed so far back. Our airbox is damaged.
There's hair
everywhere. Got a lot of work ahead.
There we go. So what I'm doing here is I'm using the AC machine to evacuate the AC condenser. It'll make it so it don't spray everywhere. And that's the splash shield. So I got to take the fender off, and to do that I need to pull this pillar piece off and the cowl. There's the hood all stripped. Now I gotta pull this fender.
So now we just got to pull this belt molding off in order to get this glass out. You have to pry it. Chrysler does these weird clips that are really hard to get off. So you use this belt molding tool. It goes on the back side like this. See that? And it releases them. They don't want to come out, Junior. So you got to take this little track out. Then I can go down in here. Turn my window sideways. Voila! Windows out.
Don't drop it.
Dinner's just about got this all torn down to where we can get the estimate and everything written for the insurance and get everything ordered.
I'm about ready to pull. I gotta undo a couple of bolts on this condenser. It's already a discharge, pulled out, ready to be pulled out. I'll pull it out and then I'll pull this radiator and fan out and discover what else is broke behind it.
Pretty smashed.
Yeah.
Cool. We got Hillbilly behind the camera and he's making Dinner giggle. He's gotta get his giggles out. You ready? While Dinner's just freaking out, we're gonna go over what he did today. This took about 4 to 5 solid hours to get it to this point. We do 100% teardown in order to write a repair plan to present that to the insurance company so that they know what they're paying for. So if we start back here, this is our door. We've disassembled it fully. Every single thing is off of it besides the hinges. So once we go to paint it, we'll take care of those. But for now, we've got the window out, all the inside, the outer handle, the lock. We don't mask anything at this shop. We disassemble and paint and clear to every edge. I don't like repaints. I don't like redos. We do a lifetime warranty. So we want to guarantee that our work is done properly the first time. We don't like going back and having to redo stuff. We've got the hood disassembled. It's gonna get repaired and repainted. Ooh, got a lot of deer hair. Check that out.
Dinner had it growing on his back.
That's for another story. We've fully disassembled the radiator, the condenser, the fan assembly, and every single bit of damage inside here. Oh, check that out. The alternator's in backwards from the factory. That's kind of cool. You learn something new every day. So this is all torn down to where we can start rebuilding it from the inside out and fixing everything, replacing what needs to be replaced. We have got a radiator support that's busted. We've got a fender that needs replaced. We've got some decals we'll have to replace on the fender. We've got a fan assembly, a resonator, an air box, an air tube, a headlight mount panel. We got 2 broken headlights, broken fog lights. We've got a splash shield. Dinner's catching me what I'm missing. We got the AC condenser that needs replaced. Transmission cooler needs replaced. Radiator needs replaced. We've got an inner fender liner, a flare, a grill, and a front bumper.
Look at that radiator just making a mess on the floor.
It's just leaking everywhere. Dinner's gonna need to clean that up. Yep. So what we do from this point is we go into the office. That's something we haven't showed you guys. So we're gonna take you in there for a minute, kind of show you what I do about 80% of my day. I sit behind a desk, I write estimates, the insurance billing, I do the customer billing, pretty much everything inside the office besides what my wife does, I do. So she takes care of all the bookkeeping, bills, invoices, and I do everything that pertains to insurance. We'll head in there, get all the parts ordered, and we'll get this thing repaired. Did this get pre-washed?
Yes.
Okay, so we're in my office at my desk. Okay, I just slapped the desk. We're in my office at my desk. I just wrote the estimate in CCC. This is what the estimating software kind of looks like. It goes through each part. You can blow it up, look at all your pieces, you know, the bumper. You can select whatever you want, put it on the estimate. We're gonna lock it, get it sent over to the insurance company, and once they approve it, then we order the parts, and then we finish. I gotta make a key tag with all the owner information on it, and then I print out a parts list, a window tag, and the preliminary estimate. I put all of that in a nice little yellow folder, and we take that paperwork out to the vehicle. That way my technicians know what they have to do. It's like a roadmap. So what we've got here is we've got an RO packet. We have what's called a final quality check, and we have a vehicle check-in report. So what happens is my technicians go, and throughout every single process of the repair, they have to check off everything, initial it, date it. This keeps them accountable. This also helps us prevent the ever since syndrome, because ever since you fixed my vehicle, my taillights don't work. What I'm doing is putting the paperwork in our parts cart. I'm gonna put the key tag on and the owner information tag on the windshield. We've got our window tag on so that the techs can scan it with their tablets and know what they're working on. And this job is ready for parts. And then just grind that out. So what we're doing is we're feeling all the highs and low spots to try to get this hood pulled out. He's gonna grind some paint off so that we can attach the puller and pull the metal out. Your lows you wanna bring up, your highs you wanna bring down. There's a dent right here too.
Mustache?
No. Hold on, Cody. Hold on, bring that thingy back. We're gonna do a shameless plug. This is not a paid promotion. I just love tools, so I'm gonna show you what we've upgraded to. We got on the Cornwell tool truck the other day, and he had one of these dent pullers. It's called the Shark. It's by Killer Tools. We've been using it all day. It is probably the best steel pulling tool we've ever used. It's got a chair built in. Look at that. So you can sit while you're working. Super handy and compact and heavy duty, all in the same little chair. I've got my hands all warmed up so I can feel the dent. So I'm just running my hand across this bare metal, feeling where my low spots are. So I got a big high right here, and it's really low through here. We're gonna attach our stud puller to the lows, and we're gonna tap down our highs. So I'm gonna pull pressure, release that. I'm not trying to smash the metal, I'm just trying to massage it. See, that's where it needs to be, and it's not wanting to stay.
No. No, that's directly across where that dent was.
Yeah.
That dent was right about
If
there.
I pull it, I hold on to the metal, it's right where it needs to be. It sinks right back in. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shrink this metal. It's tin canning. See how it's popping? Cody's gonna come in with some water, cool it down. Now see, I'm pushing, no tin can. Now the metal's tight. Now we can finish our metal work. Just wanna make sure you wipe up all the water. I've sprayed guide coat on this white so I can see where my dent is. I'm gonna just block it out real quick so I can find where my low spot's at. And then Cody's using the DA to feather out our repair area. After we determine where everything's at, we'll get some filler on it and get this thing straightened out. We've got it all blocked, a little bit high here. We're gonna grind this out, do a little pull, then we're gonna get some filler on it, block that out, apply the primer, prep it, paint it, done. We've got all the body work done on this hood. It's feeling a lot better. So we've got the new fender installed. All the gaps are fitting good. What we'll do is we'll pull this fender back off, and then we'll take it over to the paint shop so it can get prepped, jammed, reinstalled and painted, and then this hood will get primed. It'll get painted as well.
So 95% of the dust that we get in the paint booth is actually overspray that lands on the floor and gets on the walls. I'm gonna go ahead and fire the booth up and get it all swept out really good, just to give me a clean slate and eliminate as much dirt as possible.
Look at that, the coolest painter of all.
Go ahead and mix up a little more, wait 10 minutes, and finish her off with the second coat so I can get out of here.
So today I'm going to be putting the coolant system, and so today I'm going to be putting in the full coolant system, which is the electric fans, the radiator, hooking them all up, bolting them in place, and then I'm going to be doing the AC condenser and get them and then put coolant into the system and make sure there's no leaks. Radiator is in and hooked up, fan is in, the AC condenser is in, hooked up, training cooler is in and hooked up. So now I'm going to put the course port in.
We're back on the white Jeep. We've got it all painted. All the cooling is back in it. We got the new radiator support in it. Hillbillies have been working on it. We've got the new tranny cooler. We've got the new AC condenser, new radiator, new fan assembly. A bunch of new stuff going on up front here. So this Jeep's gonna look good. Getting pretty close on this. Hood's back on, fender on it, flares on it. Our hood latches are back on. Got the door all buttoned up. Got to get the rivets up inside the wheel well. We've got to get that grill put on, the front bumper back on it. What do you think, Hillbilly?
Got a lot done, but there's still a little bit more to go.
Not too bad for Hillbilly's first EEP. He's a better tow truck driver than a collision repair guy, but he's getting there.
I'm a better mechanic and derby car builder than I am anything.
I wouldn't say that. He's getting good at collision work. Putting this one back out on the trails. Hillbilly, it's not supposed to do that. What did you do?
Use your little snap-on gun.
Yeah,
Said
no,
garbage.
he took his fingers and tightened it with his big, humongous gorilla hands.
Tightened one side down, and then I went to go tighten down the other side. It got just barely snug, and I just hit the trigger one quick time, and it then spun it in half.
No, he used his, look at the size of these freaking things.
His mittens.
Put your mitten next to mine so they can see for comparison. Wow. Yeah, there's quite the difference.
Not everyone has girl hands.
So we didn't actually film this thing getting detailed because we're on kind of a deadline with it. So it's got to get out of here before we'll have time to film it and show you guys the finished product. So this is what we're showing you. So just as a recap, we've fixed the hood, repainted that, we've changed this grill, we've changed the fender flare, changed the front bumper, and we've repaired and painted that door. So we've got this one all wrapped up. As always, we appreciate you guys and thanks for watching. So just as a recap, God, it's a bad finger.